All right, so I think we are live on YouTube now as well. And we are on Zoom with hundreds of people here. We've got more than 500 people logged into Zoom. Everybody who's on Zoom, people on YouTube can see you. Just give them a big hi over there right now. And let's begin. All right, so welcome everyone. Yes, Indu.
Are you sure it is live on YouTube?
Yes, Indu, it is live on YouTube now. And if some of you on YouTube can see me right now, just give me a big hi on YouTube in the chat window. Indu's little doubtful whether I am live streaming.
Mitesh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. See, Indu, you doubt me, but I'm normally right. All right. Okay, so let's begin one more time. All right, so welcome everyone for today's masterclass on how you can become a life coach. Today is one of my absolute favorite lessons because this is what made my profession, but most importantly, this is my passion, life coaching. Why is this my passion more than my profession? Because this is one profession when you can make two things at the same time. And I'll tell you what is that. Everyone write down M and B in the chat window. It means millions and blessings. That's right. Millions, that means you can make millions of dollars, you can make millions of rupees. But the best part is you can make billions of blessings. That's the best part about this profession. Today, I've had the privilege and the opportunity to work with millions of people all over the world, teach them life coaching, do law of attraction for them. But what I get in return, other than the money part, is a lot of blessings. We've got hundreds of people right now watching us on Zoom. Many of you are right now watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm right now streaming this on multiple platforms. And there are some of you who've been associated with me for many years. And how many of you agree that consciously or unconsciously, you have already given me a lot of blessings? If yes, type in B for blessings in the chat window. And I think that's the privilege of this profession. And that is why today's masterclass is to help you understand how maybe you can also become a life coach. How many people are sincerely interested in becoming a life coach? Type in I in the chat window. Doesn't matter where you're attending from, whether you're attending from YouTube or Zoom, doesn't really matter. Type in I in the chat window if you're seriously committed to becoming a life coach. All right, if you are, here is how I would like you to start. Start with a declaration. What do I mean by declaration? Write on your notepad and in my chat window, I am a life coach. Start with that declaration. Why? If you don't start with the declaration of being a life coach, your subconscious doesn't take it seriously. So you need to give yourself that commitment that this is who I am. I am a life coach. So are you ready to give that declaration? Then don't just shake your head. Write it in the chat window and write it on your notepads like a declaration. I am a life coach. Okay? With that, let's begin with the promise of today's session. The promise is very simple. Do you really want to know? Some of you have already asked me this many times in the chat window. Some of you have asked me on emails that, Mitesh, is it really true that you make 2 crores a month? Yes, it's true. Would you like to know the secret of how I make 2 crores a month as a life coach, as a law of attraction coach? How do I really make so much money and how you can make this kind of money? Maybe some of you can make even more than me if you follow exactly everything that I show you today. How many people are really serious about learning this? Type in I in the chat window if you're excited to learn how I made 2 crores a month, how you can too, and the best part is as a life coach. Okay? So as a life coach today, there are 3 secrets that you will learn. Take your notepads, take a pen, we'll go super fast. So write down quickly, what are you going to learn today? The first thing that you will learn is how to charge 1 lakh rupees for one coaching session. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but this is possible. In fact, today, my personal charges are 5 lakh rupees for one session for personal coaching. How many people here would love to charge 1 lakh rupees for a coaching session for just 1 hour or 2 hours? Type in me in the chat window if you're really interested in that. I will show you step by step how you can do that. And here is my promise. At the end of the first 15 minutes of this session today, when I complete this step of teaching you how you can make 1 lakh rupees per session, I want you to give me clarity that are you convinced 100% that now you can really make 1 lakh rupees per coaching session after I teach you the strategy? Because I know a lot of you are doubtful. So it's absolutely normal. So tell me if your doubt is cleared in the end of the next 20 minutes. In fact, I think all of you would want to be clear that this is possible. Do you want me to succeed? Type in yes in the chat window if you want me to succeed and you want me to give you that 100% clarity on how you can achieve this. Okay? So that's step number one that you're going to learn. Are you excited about that? Take your hands like this, say, yes, I'm excited. Now, some of you, you're just shaking your head. No, come on. Take your hand, say, yes, I'm excited. Because when you're going to learn a strategy to make 1 lakh rupees per coaching session, and if you're not even excited, you're giving a message to the universe, you're not interested. So are you interested? Give me a message to the universe. Come on, everyone take your hands like this, say, yes, I am excited. All right, awesome. Second step that you're going to learn today, very important. How to achieve 10 years of coaching knowledge in just 1 month. Yes, it's possible to do that. Now, this is something a lot of people have challenged me. They said, Mitesh, ye thoda zyada ho gaya. Like this is not possible. How many of you sincerely are doubting this point? Type in D for doubt in the chat window. And it's okay if you're doubting it, but I want you to sincerely doubt. What do I mean by that? Type in the chat window. Tell me that you're doubting it, and it's normal. And I'm telling you, at the end of 30 or 32 minutes today, when I complete this step, you will tell me that it is possible to achieve 10 years of coaching knowledge in just 1 month. You don't have to invest 5 years, 7 years, 10 years of learning to become a life coach. I will show you how you can acquire that knowledge in just 1 month. How many of you are excited for that? Type an I in the chat window. Okay, so that's the second step that you're going to learn today. The third step you're going to learn today is how to attract unlimited clients as a life coach. Unlimited clients. A lot of people who are life coaches right now, the biggest struggle people have is they're not able to attract clients. Are there any coaches here right now who are already struggling with that? Type in I in the chat window if you're already struggling with that. If you're struggling with that, it's only because you don't know the exact science of exactly how do you attract unlimited clients. Attracting clients is another thing, but attracting unlimited clients, that's a whole different ballgame. How many of you want to walk away from today's session with that confidence that you can attract unlimited clients as a life coach? Type in yes in the chat window if you're interested in that. I promise you, I will fulfill all these three things in the next 45 minutes, maximum 60 minutes. Question is, are you going to be with me till the very end? Everyone type in IP, I promise. If you promise to be with me for the full 60 minutes for the next entire hour. Because if you do, I promise you all these three promises I will fulfill. And this day then will be one of the best days of your life. Okay? Now, going towards a very, very important point. I want to start this session with a lot of honesty with you about why I have invited you and what am I going to offer you today at the end of 60 minutes. Here it is. At the end of 60 minutes today, I will invite you to come and join my life coaching certification program. Be mentally, physically, and financially ready to invest 6 lakhs for the certification program. Now, I'm not asking you to invest just because that is the fees of the program. I'm asking you to invest only and only when you are 100% clear that this is possible. That for the rest of your life, you can make 1 lakh rupees per coaching session. You can make 1 or 2 lakh rupees per month as a life coach. You can have 10 years of coaching knowledge in 1 month, and you can attract unlimited clients for the rest of your life. When you have this guarantee that this is possible, only then invest in this business of being a life coach. Is that a fair deal? Everyone type in FD in the chat window. If this is a fair deal, I will show you all these 3 points. If you're 100% convinced that, yes, Mitesh, now I'm clear this is the best business to be in, then invest, otherwise don't invest. Fair deal, everyone type in FD, fair deal in the chat window, please. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. Now let's begin with a wonderful story first. This story is about somebody who, when he was in school, was not able to study at all. Like he was so bad in school that when he went for his exams in Hindi, he actually got 3 marks. 3 marks in school. Has anybody here got 3 or less marks in school? Type an I in the chat window if anybody's got 3 or less marks in school. And after that, when he finished his school, he started a job, but he was struggling in a job. He was struggling in his health. He was not growing in his career. He was not growing in his financial life. He was not very confident as a person. Kept struggling, and had come to a point where he even tried to commit suicide. How many of you agree? This is a phase that many people go through. If some of you can relate with that phase right now, please type in me in the chat window. If some of you have gone through that breakdown phase where you feel it's not even worth living life because you failed so many times. Make a guess, whose story am I telling you? Can anybody make a guess? I'm looking at my chat window right now. That's right. This is my story. Many, many years ago, this is exactly who I was. And I had gone to a breaking point of even trying to commit suicide. Fortunately, I was such a big failure that I even failed at suicide. How many people have failed even at that? Type in I in the chat window if you thought of it, you tried it, and you even failed at that. And I was such a big failure. But anyway, I kept failing. And then I was very, very fortunate to meet one of my mentors at a very young age. Anybody knows his name? I have met you and spoken to some of you many times, and you know my life coaches. Anybody knows whom I'm talking about? Yes, some of you got it right. Sahil. So Sahil is someone who's my life coach. He's my spiritual coach. When I met him first time, I didn't meet him as a coach. I met him coincidentally because of some other business transaction that I was trying to do. Point is, at that time, when I was working and I was meeting Sahil for some reason, Sahil taught me for the first time that the number one reason I was struggling in my life is because I did not have a life coach. And I was quite confused. I was like, what do you mean I don't have a life coach? He said, simple. If you want to be a champion, you need a coach. Do sports Olympic champions have a coach? Give me a yes or a no in the chat window quickly. Do sports Olympic champions have a coach? Yes. He said, if you want to succeed in your life like an Olympic champion, you need certain life skills. And that is why you need a coach to teach you what it takes to be a successful person to succeed in your life. I said, I'm confused. What do you mean by that? He said, very simple. In your health right now, is somebody coaching you how to motivate yourself, or are you doing it yourself? Now, all of you, please answer the question with me. Imagine Sahil is asking this question to you also. I said, what do you think is your answer? Who is coaching us for motivation today? Nobody. We ourselves. Who is coaching us to be happy in our relationships and to be successful in our marriage? Nobody. We ourselves. Who is coaching us today to be successful in our career? We. Who's helping us to make money? We. So he said, who is the source of all your problems? Who's creating all your problems in our life? Everyone show me your hands. Who is creating all our problems in our life? We. So he said something very interesting. He said, how can you be the source of your problems and solutions both? You cannot create the problem and create the solution both. You have to have someone higher than you who can show you the solution, who can guide you. I'll be very honest with you. When I heard this for the first time, I had never thought about this. And I was really guilty because I had never even realized the importance of having a life coach. It was Sahil who made me realize that if you have maximum money in your life, but if you don't have a life coach, you can lose all your money. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree. He said if you have a family that supports you, but if you don't have a life coach, you can make mistakes and destroy your family also. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes. He said that you may get a great opportunity, but if you're not having a right life coach to show you the right path, you can even destroy the opportunities that you have in your hands. How many of you can agree with that? Type in yes. And that was the first day I realized in my life that everybody in the world needs what? Everyone tell me the answer. Everybody in the world needs what? Coach. A life coach, to be precise. So that day I decided that I am going to have a life coach. And that completely changed my life today. Sahil was the first life coach I had. I continued having more life coaches in my life. I met Dr. Sudhir Arora, and then I met one of my best mentors in my life. I was introduced to him by one of my friends. His name is Ruturaj. Everyone write down this name. Maybe you'll remember it the next time I speak to you about it. Ruturaj gave me this beautiful book called Unlimited Power. Anybody's heard about this book and the author of this book? It's written by one of the best coaches in the world. His name is Anthony Robbins. So I was reading his book, and in his book, the first page introduced Tony Robbins this way, that he was flying by a helicopter, traveling towards his workshop in a conference hall which was far away. And when he was flying, he looked down from the helicopter and he realized that the entire area was full of traffic around his conference hall. So Anthony Robbins said he started praying to God that God, whatever is creating this traffic, please solve the problem quickly so that my participants can reach my conference hall on time and I can start my workshop on time. But as he was landing down towards the conference hall in his helicopter, guess what he realized? This entire crowd that he saw from the helicopter was for his workshop. 10,000 people were attending his workshop. It was like a stadium. How many of you can just visualize that and call it crazy? Type in crazy in the chat window if you can visualize that right now. When I read this book, I visualized it and I was like, wow, that's amazing. That's like really crazy. That was the first time I realized the potential of this career, not just having a life coach, but being a life coach. I had never imagined before that this can become a career also. So that day, I made a commitment to myself. I will not only have a life coach, I will become a life coach. I said, I want this. I want millions also. I want blessings also. And I committed to myself. How many people here would like to be with me on this commitment of having a life coach and being a life coach both? Type in C for committed in the chat window if you're totally committed for this. See, I don't want you to be interested. I want you to be committed. I am where I am today because I committed to both of these things, having a life coach and being a life coach. And that is why today, thanks to the universe, I have such an amazing life that because of my life coaches today, all 4 areas of my life are awesome: health, relationships, career, and money. I'm not here to boast about myself. Most of you know what my success is, but that success doesn't belong to me alone. It is because of my life coaches. How many of you 100% agree with that? Type in 100. If you 100% agree that if I would have been trying all this without my own self, like without my life coaches, I wouldn't have reached where I am today. I wouldn't be talking in front of you like a life coach today. The 100% credit goes to my life coaches. And I want to actually start this session by saying thank you to them. And I want you to do the same. If you have any of your coaches who you would like to say thank you to, do it now. That thank you to every single one of those coaches who made me who I am today, who guided me in my life and who continue to guide me. That is the commitment with which I decided that one day when I become a successful life coach, I will transfer these skills to all of you or to my students who want to become a life coach. Because I have this very strong belief that I am an ordinary person. I'm not an extraordinary person. I am an ordinary person with extraordinary skills. And if I can learn those skills, I can transfer those skills to you. And if I can transfer those skills to you, you can also have the same success that I have in my life. So my humble request today is this. I am committed to give you all my skills today. Question is, would you like to receive it? Type in yes in the chat window if you would like to receive those life skills to one day become a life coach. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. In fact, some of you may be having this doubt, but Mitesh, you have become a life coach. So many people have become a life coach. Question is there still scope in the industry? Like there is so much competition. How many people have heard a lot of people on YouTube right now becoming coaches? Raise your hands if you've heard a lot of people, correct? So your mind is like, is there scope right now? Is there even, like, how will I survive in this competition? Okay, let me show you some data. Take your notepad and write this down. As per Global Personal Development Market, this is international research, by the way. The global market size for self-help and coaching business in 2021 survey, I'm not talking about today, 2024, I'm talking about 2021 survey, is $41.8 billion, not rupees, dollars. And today is 2024. Right now, this must have easily doubled up. How many of you agree that it must have easily doubled up by today? It must be $100 billion by now. If you agree, type in yes in the chat window. Now, my question to you is very simple. Out of $100 billion, be very honest with me, okay? Are you really ambitious enough to make $50 billion out of this? Be honest about it. I am not. I'm being honest about it. I am not ambitious about making $50 billion. I'm not even obsessed about it. I'm not even committed to it. I'm being honest about it with you. Are you that ambitious to make $50 billion or $20 billion or $10 billion? No. But at least are you ambitious enough to make a few $1 million out of this? Type in A for absolutely in the chat window if you are absolutely committed to, if not make billions, at least make millions. So my question is, If the market size is $100 billion, is there scope for you and me both? Is there scope for all of us who are right now attending this session, that if all of us become life coaches with a $100 billion market size, can we all have enough money to make? Yes. So do you have to worry about competition in this market at least right now? Type in yes or no. अभी इसमें competition की चिंता करने की जरूरत है क्या? No, don't worry about it. Let's start confidently knowing the market is huge. There is enough market for all of us over here. Everyone clear about this? Type in clear in the chat window if this gives you a lot of clarity. Okay? But the most important thing is remember what I told you from my story. Have a life coach and be a life coach. Committed for both? Type in both in the chat window if you're committed for both. Having a life coach also and being a life coach also. And I'll tell you why I'm repeating this. The reason I'm repeating this is the biggest problem with life coaches in the industry right now is most life coaches want to coach, but they don't have a coach themselves. How many people are guilty of the same problem here? Type in G for guilty right now. If you have decided to coach, but you don't have a life coach right now. But if you don't believe in being coached, why will people believe in you when you're coaching them? That is why I'm asking you to be committed for both. Have a life coach and be a life coach, both. Okay? So let's begin today with the 3 points that I told you that we will be learning today. What is the secret number one I promised you? The secret number one I promised you is how to charge 1 lakh rupees per coaching session. But some of you may be really tired. You might want to attend this next time. Or are you ready to continue now? Tell me what you want to do. Are you tired or do you want to continue? If you want to continue, type in C, continue. And if you're tired, type in T for tired. And then maybe we'll do it some other time. You decide. Let's see what is the majority chat saying. Okay, that's the speed of C for continue coming in right now. I'm just kidding. I'm just having fun with you guys. All right. So let's begin to learn how do you really charge 1 lakh rupees per coaching session? And is that even possible? It is possible. Let me show you how. But before that, let me tell you a good story. In fact, let me ask you a question. In the world of coaching, how many of you agree content is king? If you agree, type in king in the chat window. Content is king. So CK, C for content, K for king. Type in CK in the chat window if you agree with me. Anybody who has the most powerful content in the coaching industry is the king of the coaching industry. That is why people try to copy content. Right? They go to YouTube, they go to attend different people's courses, they buy courses to copy. Content is king. Do you agree with that? Raise your hands and say yes. Properly, physically raise your hands and say yes. Okay, I see a lot of you have raised your hands. Keep your hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up. Come on, keep your hands up. Take the same hand, give yourself a tapu. Yeah, that was a trick question. I'll tell you why. Content is not king. It's not. I know you've heard that content is king. Content is not king. I'll give you the proof. Are there many people who have copied somebody's content and flopped? Type in yes or no in the chat window. Are there many people who have copied somebody's content and have flopped? Yes or no? Yeah, many people. They copy the content, they copy the examples, they copy the PowerPoint presentation, they copy the talking style, they copy everything. Doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Let's find out. Because content is not king. Something else is. When I start my life coaching certification, this is one of the first things I teach my life coaches. How to create 1 lakh rupees per coaching session, not by working on content, but by this number one secret. This secret was applied by one of my coaches. His name is Chetan. Everyone write down the name Chetan. The reason I'm asking you to write down his name is when you become a life coach in my community, I want you to become friends with some of the senior coaches like Chetan. So write down his name. Chetan is a chartered accountant by profession. He was making 50,000 rupees per month about 2.5 years ago when he joined me. And for 3 years, zero promotion, no growth in his salary. How many people can relate with Chetan right now? Type in R for relate if you can relate. Salary is stuck, growth is not happening, promotions are not happening. For the first time, he discovered with me that coaching industry is possible. The way I discovered, he discovered with me. He started working with me. And today, when he applied the secret number one, I mean, of course, he applied so many more things. Secret number one is just one thing that he applied. But when he applied the secret number one specially, today, do you want to know how much money Chetan has made as a life coach? Raise your hands if you would like to know. Watch. Chetan has become a successful life coach today, and he's made more than 16 lakhs as a coach. That's right. He's trained 1,200 people for free, and he's coached 100 plus people for paid sessions. 16 lakhs. Type in a wow in the chat window. By the way, don't just look at this. Type in congratulations to Chetan in the chat window, because at the energy level, remember, you and Chetan are one. If you're happy for him, you're happy for yourself. So show some happiness and give him a big congratulations in the chat window, because wherever he is, he's getting your energy of tathastu and congratulations. The reason I'm sharing this story with you is to tell you two things. One, that the secret works. Second, I want to give you hope that if Chetan can start with 50,000 rupees monthly salary and he can become a life coach, which has nothing to do with chartered accountancy, by the way, and yet he learned and he became a life coach and he made 16 lakhs. If he can, you can. Type in I can in the chat window. If this is giving you that inspiration, if this is giving you that hope, because the intention of this story is to transfer that hope to you that you can if Chetan can. Okay? So let's learn what is the secret number one. The biggest secret is don't charge for content, charge for results. Now, this may sound very simple, but let me clarify this. All of you write this down in your notepads. Don't charge for content. Don't charge for even time. Charge for results. Here is what do I mean by that. Let's take an example of one of the coaching industries in the world, which is one of the biggest coaching industries in the world. Okay? Health coaching industry. How many of you agree that health coaching industry is one of the biggest coaching industries in the world? I'm not saying in India, in the world. If you agree with that, type in yes in the chat window. Think about it. Right now, how many people would like to have a coach for weight loss? Type in me in the chat window if you agree you want to have a weight loss coach. See, I told you, there are so many people typing in me because it's a huge industry. Everybody needs help in the coaching industry of health. But I'll tell you why coaches in the health industry don't make good money. Have you met some gym coaches? Have you met some dietitians? How much money do they make? Do they make 550 lakhs a month? Do they make 1 crore a month? Type in yes or no quickly in the chat window. No, most of them don't. How much money do they make as a gym coach, as a nutritionist? Tell me how much money do they make? Give me an example. Any number. Chalo, I'll wait for your numbers in the chat window. Participate. Come on, everybody give me some numbers. Okay, 20,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 15 to 20,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 1 to 2 lakhs. Okay. Now, the people who are struggling in the health coaching industry, in spite of such a big scope, coaches who are struggling is because they are focused on content, not results. I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to say. Today, if you go to a gym, okay, sincerely question here. How many people really want to lose weight? Raise your hands if you really want to lose weight. Okay. How many of you are not raising hands because you've given up? Some of you are not raising hands even now. All right. So let's say you go to a gym and you tell a gym coach to tell you that, okay, coach, I want to lose 5 kilos in 3 months. Tell me, what will the coach give you? Think about it. What will the coach give you? Here is what he will give you. A diet plan and an exercise routine. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window. A diet plan and an exercise routine. And he'll tell you to come to the gym and follow the routine with you. Simple as that. Yes or no? Will he say, done, I'll give you 5 kgs weight loss, do what I say, otherwise money back? Is that what gym coaches say? Give me a yes or no in the chat window. Is that what gym coaches say? No. Gym coaches say, I will give you the diet plan, you have to follow. I will give you the workout routine, you have to follow at home. See, the problem is everybody wants to give content. Now, when you give content, I'm not saying content doesn't have value, but then you'll be a mediocre coach, not a millionaire coach. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be a mediocre coach or do you want to be a millionaire coach? Type in millionaire in the chat window if you want to make millions as a coach. The only way to become a millionaire as a coach, stop charging for content and stop charging for your time. Don't tell people that your charges are 1 lakh rupees for 1 hour. No, that is not the right way to charge. The right way to charge for money in the coaching industry is results. I'll prove it to you right now, okay? Once again, I'm asking that sincere question to all of you. This time, I want clear participation. Are you ready? Okay. Tell me in the chat window how many of you really want to lose weight. Come on, type an I in the chat window if you really want to lose weight. Come on, quickly type an I. Okay, now a lot of people typing an I. Very good. What's your target? Give me the number. Do you want to lose 5 kilos? Do you want to lose 10 kilos? Do you want to lose 20 kilos? What's your target? Chalo, jaldi. I'll wait for your numbers in the chat window. Some of you are saying 10, some of you are saying 30, some of you are saying 18, 25, 12 kilos, 15 kilos, 20 kilos, 8 kilos, 6 kilos, 25 kilos, 30 kilos. Okay. Whatever is your number, quickly tell me for how many years are you struggling with this number? How many years are you struggling with this number for? Are you struggling with this number only for 1 month or 2 months? No. You're struggling to lose this weight for more than a year, 2 years. Some of you are answering 5 years and even 10 years. Yes or no? All right, so let's take this example. You're struggling, let's say, for 10 years to lose 20 kilos and you've still not lost 20 kilos. Now, if a coach comes to you and says, listen, my friend, I will give you guaranteed 20 kgs weight loss. I will make sure that you do what I say. I'm not saying do what I say. I'm saying I will make you do what I say. I have that ability. I have that skill. I will make you lose weight. If you don't lose 20 kgs, no money for me. You take the money back guarantee. 100% money back. I will not even ask you why it didn't work. I will just give you the money back. How many people will give money in a heartbeat to this kind of a coach? Type in me in the chat window. If you will give money to this kind of a coach in a heartbeat. Yes or no? Yes. I know it. But the problem is, you don't know anybody like this. Type in IDK, I don't know, if you really don't know anybody like this right now. Be honest with me. Come on, type in IDK if you really don't know anybody like that. See, that's the problem. Because you don't know somebody like this, you're not paying anybody. But if you would find somebody like this, would you pay them? Give me a yes or no in the chat window. If you really found somebody like this, would you pay them? Oh yes, I would pay them. This is what is lacking in the coaching industry right now. If you start charging for results, people will happily give you money. You remember I told you Chetan made 16 lakhs? The reason Chetan made 16 lakhs is because he learned from me. He stopped charging people coaching for content. He did not tell people that, okay, come for 1 day workshop, I will charge this much. Come for 2 days coaching session, I will charge this much. No. Chetan started charging money for what? Give me the word in the chat window, everyone. He started charging money for what? Results. That is why he made so much money. All my students made a lot of money only because of this one big thing. Relationship coaching. A couple comes to you for coaching and you tell them, we will do your counseling for 3 months. Then we will come to know whether you will be happily married or not. If you are that married couple who are going through a conflict, you're going through a divorce situation, and the counselor says, पहले 3 महीना counseling के लिए आओ, फिर बाद में देखेंगे. Will you pay 3 months of counseling money to that counselor? Type in yes or no in the chat window, jaldi se. I will not. But if the coach says, you come to me for 5 sessions, my charges are 50,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. At the end of 5 sessions, the love that you had in the first month of your marriage will come back. And if it doesn't come back, don't pay me. He's saying, I'm not saying money back. I'm saying only pay me after 5 sessions. When the first month of your married love has come back, then pay me 1 lakh. How many of you agree that 1 lakh rupees is worth for any divorced couple if somebody can guarantee them that the love can come back in their life? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree with me. 1 lakh rupees worth it? Then you can make 1 lakh. The problem is most of us are trying to charge for content, not for results. I have a simple question for all of you here. If you really applied this lesson in your life as a life coach, and you committed that I will not take money from my clients if I cannot give them results. If you became this committed to your clients, is it very difficult to make 1 lakh rupees for a coaching session? Be honest with me and tell me in the chat window, is it very difficult? No, not at all. I promise you it's possible. But you have to prove to people that you can give them results. I'll give you another example here. There is a lady. Her name is Drashti. Everyone write down Drashti. She's from the health industry, one of our life coaches. When she came to us, she was already a qualified nutrition coach. As a nutrition coach, she was struggling with making only hardly 10,000 rupees a month she was making. She had a small baby who would hardly let her work also properly. Today, she and her husband both have become life coaches with us successfully. And the same lady who was making 10,000 rupees a month, look at her income today along with her husband. Today, they've made 25 lakhs in the last 1.5 years. 25 lakhs in the last 1.5 years. How many of you think that's a wow? Give them a wow in the chat window so that that happiness goes to them and that congratulations goes to both of them. He teaches law of attraction. She teaches weight loss. They do it together as a couple. And that is why they are where they are. Question is, are they teaching law of attraction content? No. Are they giving diet plan to people? No. What are they giving people? Once again, tell me, come on, what are they giving people? Results. And I'll tell you the proof of that. Now that you've seen this name, now that you've seen this number, there are many of you who are sitting here watching this presentation right now, watching this masterclass. And some of you who really want to lose weight, you're already thinking, "Ye Drishti ka number kaise nikalu? I also want to lose weight. Can she really give money back guarantee? Can I really lose weight with her?" How many of you are already thinking? Be honest about it. Come on, type an I in the chat window if you already thought about that. See, this is the power of credibility. The power of credibility is not about how much money you can charge your clients. It's about how much results you can deliver to your clients. Money will automatically come. So my request to all of you is very simple. Please stop charging for content. Start charging for results so that in this industry, we can increase the reputation and credibility of all the coaches in the industry. Because right now, this coaching industry is very, if I may use the word, badnaam. How many of you agree with that, by the way? Type in yes in the chat window. Coaching industry थोड़ी सी badnaam है. Because people charge for time. People charge for content. और बाद में लोगों को क्या नहीं मिलता? People don't get results later. When people don't get results, they say, यार ये सब counseling से कुछ नहीं होता. ये सब coaching से कुछ नहीं होता. अपना काम खुद ही करो. We don't want you to be that kind of a coach. So how many of you promise me that you will charge only for results, not for content? Type in IP, I promise. Yes? Perfect. Now, before I go to secret number 2, about 20 minutes before I asked you, when I started this point on secret number 1, that when I complete this point, if you really get this point properly, I hope you've got it. You will have this confidence that you can one day charge 1 lakh rupees if you learn to focus on charging results, not content. How many people here are confident right now? Type in C for confident. If you're really confident right now that you can charge 1 lakh rupees, because I want you to get this confidence in the very first secret, not even the secret 2 and 3. There you'll go above, but in the secret 1 itself, I want you to be that confident that yes, I can make money as a life coach, provided I give people results. Now, how to give people results, that's what you will learn with us in the life coaching certification. But are you confident that if you learn that, you can make 1 lakh rupees per coaching session? Yes? Perfect. In that case, now let's go to secret number 2. By the way, how many of you are enjoying this so far? Type in loving it in the chat window. Show me some love. Type in loving it in the chat window if you're loving it so far. Sometimes, even as a coach, I need a little bit of, what can I say, motivation. And the best motivation a coach has is when students say, we are loving what you're saying, we are loving what you're delivering. Perfect. Thank you so much, all of you, for giving that love in the chat window. Continuing towards the step number 2, which is the secret number 2, is how to achieve 10 years of coaching knowledge in 1 month. Because a lot of people are doubtful that, Mitesh, you are in the coaching industry for 20 years. Yes, by the way, I am in this industry for 20 years. Tony Robbins is in this industry for 50 years. How will I match up with your success? Like, how will I learn all this yet you have learned in 20 years? It will take me another 20 years. No, it won't. If you do it the right way, it will not take you 20 years. Let me prove it to you how. So I'll tell you my example. Many years ago, about 3.5 years ago, I was strictly into the corporate training business. Everybody knows what's corporate training. Going to a corporate company, doing leadership workshops, team building workshops, that's what I used to do. Now there, when I was doing corporate workshops, I always wanted to do B2B, B2C coaching, like life coaching. But I never really understood how to. So I used to read a lot about it. I followed Tony Robbins a lot. Then one day, I had the good fortune of meeting Tony Robbins live in his workshop. And I went to Australia for this, in his workshop called Date with Destiny. Anybody's heard about this program? Date with Destiny, one of the profound workshops of my life. So I went there for that workshop and I saw Tony Robbins for the first time. There was a man who stood up in the conference hall. There were some 7,000 people in that workshop in Australia. One man stood up and he said, I want to commit suicide. And Tony said, okay. And then he started talking to him. In 25 minutes, believe it, within 30 minutes, in 25 minutes, between 25 and 30 minutes, this man was so inspired and so motivated. He said, I'm going to live the most amazing life anybody has ever lived. And not only did he say that, few months after that, he wrote a book on his life. And today he's a very successful businessman. I know this because Tony Robbins, when he coaches somebody, he does a follow-up session on them and then shares those videos with us when we attend his workshop. How many of you think this is amazing? Type in A for amazing in the chat window. Taking a man who wants to commit suicide and in 25 minutes, transforming him to live life fully inspired. I was taken aback. I was like, wow. And believe me, watching that happen in front of you was as if Michelangelo was painting something in front of me. It was beautiful. It was an amazing experience. So that day I decided I'm going to learn this. I'm going to master this technique. And believe me, it took me 1 month. But I applied the secret number 2, which I'm about to tell you. I learned this from Tony Robbins, by the way. When I applied the secret number 2, I was able to learn what he learned in 50 years. I was able to learn it in 1 month only. And as a result of that, today, not 25 minutes, but I am able to guaranteed take a person who's going through suicidal thoughts to an inspired life in maximum 45 minutes. 45 minutes. How many of you think that's amazing? Type in A for amazing in the chat window. 45 minutes, taking a person from suicide to inspiration is not easy. But it is easy if you follow the step number 2. Now, if you don't believe me, let me show you a beautiful video. What I'm about to show you right now is a video of one of our life coaches and also a platinum member. And she was going through a lot of depression, panic attacks, staying in US, completely alone, away from her husband, having thoughts of, I don't know what I will do with my life. And on a live call in front of all platinum members, in maximum 45 minutes, 10 minutes to understand her conversation, 25 minutes to actually coach her, and then 10 minutes to actually do the post session. In about maximum 45 minutes, she was saying life is amazing. How many of you want to witness that proof right now in 2 minutes? I can't show you the entire 45 minutes coaching session because that's private. But would you like to see a 2 minutes recap of that? Type in yes in the chat window if you'd love to witness that right now. All right, so here we go. This is an amazing experience that I had coaching this wonderful soul, this amazing lady who's one of the most powerful souls that I have met. And I say that because when somebody in front of 200, 300 people comes up and says, I'm going through panic attack, I'm going through depression, I'm going through suicidal thoughts. Do you know how much courage it takes to say that in front of 200 people live? Especially when you're being recorded. And before the recording, I tell people, I said, I'm going to be using this recording, so make sure that you know that it's being recorded. And she, in spite of that, raised her hands and she spoke about it to receive help from her life coach. Does that take courage? Type in R for respect in the chat window if you already have a lot of respect for this lady. That's the lady you're going to listen to right now. So don't look at her as, oh, bechari. No, she's not bechari. She's one of the most courageous people I have met in my life, and I have a lot of respect for her. Watch this 2 minutes video of how she goes from depression to inspiration.
Actually, I am stuck in my life right now between a lot of things, health-wise, career-wise, as well as relationship-wise. But the more where I'm struggling is relationship-wise. Since last 3 to 5 years, actually, I've been very down. Like, I don't know whether to wait or to let go, or to let go and be single lifelong, or to again start giving efforts in my marriage, and not okay. Yeah, anxiety, panic.
So I'm going to read those feelings again to just give me a yes or a no. Fear, yes or no? Anxiety, panic, confused, sad, helpless. Anything else you want me to write down?
Not behaving properly, not processing anything, loneliness.
And slowly open your eyes and tell me how you're feeling.
stable, knowing that I'll take care of everything.
And does it mean things will never mess up again?
It
So, what will you do as an organizer when things mess up again?
reorganize,
And when they mess up again?
reorganize,
And when they mess up again?
reorganize, because that's who I am.
Life is,
Beautiful,
life
blissful,
is,
magical,
life is,
peace,
life
life is
is,
calm,
life is,
energetic,
life is,
happy,
life is,
wonderful,
life is.
magical, life is awesome.
All right, so that was just a 2 minutes recap of before and after. Give me one word. How do you feel listening to this courageous soul going from depression to inspiration in just maximum 45 minutes? This is possible. And some of you may feel, wow, Mitesh, you're amazing. You can do this. It's not me. It's the secret number 2 that I'm about to tell you. If you learn the secret number 2, you can do this. And here's the best part. My coaches have already learned, and I'm very proud to say many of my life coaches today can do this in 45 minutes. More than 200 life coaches that I have certified today can do this within 45 minutes. How many of you think we have saved so many lives by teaching this skill to hundreds of people? Would you love to learn this skill? Type in yes in the chat window if this is inspiring you to be a life coach, not just to have a life coach, because you will save lives. Let me tell you what is this second strategy. Are you excited to now learn what is the second strategy? All right, so here we go. Take your notes, write it down. The second strategy is simple but very profound. Model coaching framework, not just content. Write this down. Model coaching framework, not just content. A lot of people, they go to coaching certifications only for content. And content is good. I'm not saying content is not required. Of course it's required. But don't just model content. Content the framework of coaching itself. Let me give you a very good example of that. Big car companies in the world, they have the same looking car, right? A Mercedes 800, everything looks more or less the same in terms of the shape. But each car is very unique. How many of you agree with that? But inside, there is something which is same. And that is, write down framework. Everyone write down the word framework in the chat window. Each car has a dhacha, like a framework inside. Once you know the framework, you can build upon that framework and you can be unique. If you really want to stand out as a millionaire coach who can get billions of blessings, you got to be unique. You can't be a copycat. To be a unique coach and to be a powerful coach, you have to learn the framework of something, then you can learn it very fast. Let me give you an example again of what I was trying to say. You remember I gave you Tony Robbins' example where he was coaching somebody in front of me and he inspired that person in just 25 minutes to live? I went back and I started learning, and Tony Robbins taught me this, by the way, the model of his framework of how he does that. It took me 1 month, but once I learned it, I was able to replicate exactly that science today. And as you saw in the video, today I'm able to replicate that in 25 minutes. I'm able to do the actual content program, but whole thing for me takes about 45 minutes, but I'm able to save lives today because I'm not learning from somebody how to take notes and read it like a content. No, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm a coach who understands the wiring of your brain and the framework of your brain, and I can read you like a book. Here is what I mean by a framework. Let's say a recipe of food. How many people here are really good cooks? Type an I in the chat window if you're really good cooks. If you know somebody who's a really good cook, type an I in the chat window. Okay. Who's a really good cook? A good cook is somebody, to give you an example of someone like my mother, someone like my wife, Indu. I'll tell you why I call them a really good cook. You give them a taste of some food, they'll taste it, they'll appreciate it. But in 30 seconds, they'll start telling you something. Can you make a guess? What will they start telling you? Come on, quickly. Everybody give me a word. What will they start telling you in about 30 seconds after tasting something? Exactly. They'll start telling you the recipe. Not just improve, but they'll start telling you, this has a little cinnamon. Oh, it has black pepper. it has the right amount of sauce. You see, they can figure out what's the ingredients of that particular recipe just by tasting it. So they don't need to now go back and copy the content and the recipe from somebody else because they understand the framework of how to make a recipe. This is a very simple example, but how many of you are getting this? Type in I in the chat window if you're getting this. If you understand the framework, you can make your own recipes. You can create your own recipes, your own design of content. Today, one of the reasons I am respected in the coaching industry, if I may say that, is because my content is unique. Like when you come for my life coaching certification program, you will learn things as a model of the framework of coaching that you've never heard before. Because you'll learn that how in 45 minutes, taking a person who's, let's say, going from a divorce thought to wanting to be with his life partner for the rest of his life as a commitment once again within 45 minutes is possible. You will see that happening in the coaching business. That is what I mean by calling it a framework, not just content. How many of you would love to learn content like this? So more than content, framework like this. Type in I in the chat window if you'd love to learn framework, not just content. That is what you will learn. So to give you an example, there is a girl, when she came to us, write down her name, by the way. Her name is Beshu, Beshu. When she came to me, the first thing I asked her was, what's your age? Because she looked so small. I thought she was like 19, 20 years old. She said, no, I'm 28 years old. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. But she really looked that small. And she was going through depression at that time. She used to cry every single day of her life at that time. Literally, like every day she used to cry. She had just quit her job. She had broken up with her boyfriend. She didn't have a relationship at that time. But she got into the life coaching business because she said, something I know, if I can work on my business, on my life coaching, then maybe I can become a good life coach. And she said, when she met me for the first time, she said, Mitesh, I don't know why, but I feel really good when I help people. Now, whenever people tell me that, I feel that is one of the qualifying criteria to become a good life coach. How many people here have the same feeling, by the way? Type in I in the chat window if you have the same feeling, where you really feel good when you help others, when you solve somebody's problems. Now, Beshu had that criteria. She had that qualification. So I coached her as a life coach for her, and then she became a life coach. Today, here is her real story. Watch.
Actually,
Today, Beshu over here has made 44 lakhs as a life coach. Not just made 44 lakhs. She has a life partner today. She's very happy with him. Forget about being depressed. She's one of the happiest people we know today. Look at her smile. And she does look young, right? She doesn't look like 28, 29. But today she's made 44 lakhs. I got this number updated just today. Last month, this number was 42 lakhs. Now it is 44 lakhs. Look at the number of people that she has coached. All of this is possible, and in such a less amount of time, in just 2 years, is only because she doesn't only focus on content, she focuses on how to learn the framework of coaching. Is this now making sense to everyone? If I give you the framework of coaching, will you be able to model it in 1 or 2 months rather than trying to discover it all yourself again and again and again? See, that's what I did with Tony Robbins. I didn't try to learn everything myself all over again. Whatever he had learned in 50 years, I just modeled what he learned, but I didn't only model the content, I modeled the science behind it. I modeled the framework behind it. If I can give you that model, can I say you can definitely replicate the model if I give you the model? Type in that much I can do. उतना तो कर सकते हो कि नहीं कर सकते हो कि भैया किसी ने बोल दिया पहले ये करो फिर ये करो फिर ये करो फिर ये करो फिर ये करो मॉडल द होल मॉडल इफ आई गिव यू द होल मॉडल इतना तो कर सकते हो yes or no? That's what Beshu said. She said that much I can do. She did it, she followed it. That is why she's successful today. How many of you agree this is what is required from a coach for you to be successful as a life coach? That is what we are going to provide you in the life coaching certification. Is that cool? Everyone type in cool in the chat window. I thought this was really cool. Like when I learned about modeling for the first time from Tony Robbins, I thought it was super cool. And I've applied it in almost every area in my life today. That is why I'm successful, because I don't try to learn from scratch. I take someone who's really successful, I understand their model, and I replicate that model in my life, and I am able to get the same success. What they got in 10 or 20 years, I get it in a few months. That is why I am where I am, because I am humbled to learn from masters Learn from the masters. Don't reinvent it yourself. How many of you promise me you will not be arrogant? You will not try to repeat everything yourself. You will learn from the masters and you will try to understand models, not just copy somebody's content. Type in IP, I promise in the chat window, please. Perfect. So is this giving you more confidence than before? We've completed secret number 2. I told you about 35 minutes are done now. Is this giving you more confidence? Type in MC, more confidence in the chat window. If you're getting this more confident, that if anybody gives you both these things, what was the first thing? You remember the first thing? Come on, everyone. What is the first secret I showed you? How to charge 1 lakh rupees per session or per coaching? How? Not by focusing on content, by giving your clients what? Results. And while delivering that result, if you have a model that creates results for people, instead of trying to reinvent the whole thing yourself, brilliant. Does that give you more confidence now? Yes? Perfect. Then you are now ready for secret number 3, which from my point of view is the most powerful secret. It's the most exciting part of this workshop, definitely for me. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, by the way. Marwadi hu. Marwadis and Gujaratis by heart are thoda sa, बोलते हैं ना, business खून में ही होता है हमारे कहीं ना कहीं. But I think you don't just need to be a Marwadi or a Gujarati to be an entrepreneur. Many people are just entrepreneur by heart. How many of you are entrepreneurs by heart? Type in I in the chat window. If you're just somewhere inside you, there's an entrepreneur who feels मुझे खुद का कुछ करना है. And because you're an entrepreneur, you always have to think about how will I grow my business, correct? Now to grow your business, the secret number 3 is most powerful. How to attract unlimited clients. But you must be tired. It's been more than 35-40 minutes. Should we do it now or should we do it in the next session? You tell me again. Come on. Unlimited clients now or unlimited clients next session? Jaldi batao. Okay, a lot of people typing in now. All right, I really wanted to make sure that you still have the energy. Do you still have the energy? Type in yes in the chat window if you still have the energy and sit straight. Come on, sit straight. Breathe strong. Keep your notepad ready. Keep your pens ready because this is the last point, but it's the most powerful point. This is the money, baby. This is where the money comes from, my friend. If you don't learn this, what's the point? Right? So now let's learn how do you really make money in life? How do you really expand your clients? How do you really attract unlimited clients in life? Let me tell you the formula. Write down this formula. CSA. Quickly write it down. CSA. In my business, whenever we get stuck, we apply the CSA formula to grow in our business. And we always keep growing. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. How many people have been attending my DMP for quite some time? DMP, Daily Magic Practice. Type in I in the chat window if you've been attending my DMP for a very long period of time. Okay. If you observe my DMP, I've been doing DMP for 3 years, by the way, back to back. In the last 3 years, there have been times in my DMP, there have been 700 people, then 600 people, sometimes 200 people, sometimes 600 people. Nowadays in DMP, there are about 350 to 400 people, correct? Some of you must have seen it. Like, how many of you are attending DMP right now regularly? And you can see about 300 to 400 people attend regularly. Type in yes in the chat window if you agree. Now, in spite of 300 to 400 people in my DMP, in spite of that, my income grows every month. Even though the number of people are the same in DMP. Or why is my income growing? I'll tell you why, because of the CSA formula. This formula, the full form is very powerful. Write this down. Collaborate, serve, and advertise. Collaborate, serve, and advertise. What do I mean by that? Everyone come close to me, please. I want to tell you something very important about the coaching industry and about coaches. Come close to me. Arey, thoda nazdik aao. Do you agree that coaches are the most lonely entrepreneurs in the world? How many of you agree with me? Type an I in the chat window. Coaches are the most lonely entrepreneurs in the world. You know why? Because they never try to work with other coaches. Most coaches don't have a community of coaches because they are always scared of content being copied. They're always scared of sharing our information with other people's information. Why? You will observe that doctors have a community. Do you agree doctors have a community? Type in yes or no in the chat window. Do you agree professors have a community? Yes. But you'll observe coaches don't have a community because they don't want to share things with each other. They don't want to do business with each other. I'll give you my example, okay? And I have also made this mistake, by the way. How many people here have made a similar mistake like me? Tell me. Many years ago, I have a coach. His name is Raj. Everyone write down the name Raj. Raj was one of my first coaches again during the time of Sahil. Now, Raj told me those days that Mitesh, I see an amazing coach in you. Why don't you do one thing? Before you start selling for yourself as a coach, come and work with me for 1 year, sell for me, partner with me, work for me, learn with me. Later, you do business on your own after 1 or 2 years, but until then, learn with me and grow with me. Now, was it a good proposal from my coach? Type a yes or no in the chat. Was it a great proposal? It was a great proposal. But I'll be honest with you what I did. I'm confessing this. I told Raj, I said, Raj, I have learned everything you were teaching. I've done all your programs. Now, why should I sell for you? I can sell for myself. Now, I didn't say this to him on his face, but this is what I thought in my mind. Why should I sell for you? I will do it myself. Do you think it was easy for me to replicate everything that he was doing? Type in a yes or no. No, it was not easy. So I struggled for many years until I learned some of these principles in my life. But once I learned this principle, I realized now nothing can stop me in my life. I'll tell you why. Whenever I learned my Facebook advertisement is not working, my Google ads are not working, because of some reasons I'm not getting leads or I'm not getting enough clients for my coaching business or for law of attraction or for my courses, I and Indu, we immediately decide to collaborate with somebody. Okay? Together serve, together advertise. Don't try to do it alone. Write this down. Don't try to do it alone. Collaborate with somebody. So I'll give you my example. About 2 years ago, we met a very fine gentleman, one of the finest human beings we've met in our life. And we decided to collaborate with him. We worked with him for about 7 or 8 months. We still partner with him, by the way. We are still partners. And in 7 or 8 months, we made 5 crores together. Type in wow in the chat window if that's a wow for you. 7 months, 5 crores. That's crazy. I wouldn't have done it alone. I'm being very honest with you. The reason we were able to do this because we were together, because we collaborated together. Some of you know him. That's Imran. With me and Indu. Oh, by the way, interestingly, I'm wearing the same clothes. So we had bought the same pullover for me and for Imran. This photograph was taken in the last one-day miracle meet, where Indu was there with me and Imran in the room. Before the one-day miracle meet had started in the morning, first morning when we started, before leaving the room, we had taken this picture. And this collaboration, this partnership has been since then. And we are just growing stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's not like sometimes my business doesn't go down, but because we are together, we keep growing. How many of you agree most people don't think of collaborating like this? Type in G for guilty if you are also guilty of that. See, I have told you I have been guilty of that. In my past, I was this kind of a small thinker. I would not try to collaborate with other people. And because of that, I did not grow very fast. But once I learned my lesson, I started collaborating, I started growing. The best part is, I was able to fortunately then also collaborate with one of the best coaches in the world, Dr. Joe Vitale himself, from the movie The Secret. How many people know this, by the way, that he's now officially one of the coaches on my Hope Nopno certification course. He's delivered 2 special lessons in our course. Amazing collaboration. We made crores because of this collaboration. There is nobody else in India who Dr. Joe Vitale has become part of their course as a coach. Nobody else. He's only done this with us. But do you know why I was able to attract him? Because I'm willing to share revenue. I'm willing to share wealth. That is called collaboration. Collaboration is not only about sharing information. It's about sharing income. Type this in the chat window. Share together, grow together. Share together, grow together. If you're not willing to share, you'll never grow. Correct? Believe it or not, here is the finest things that I can tell you in my life. How many of you know who's Dr. Joe Vitale, by the way? Type in I in the chat window if you've heard about him. Some of you don't know him, it's okay. But those of you know, he's huge. Like, he's a billionaire. He's one of the biggest people in the world. Will you believe it? When Dr. Joe Vitale saw my Hope Nopno certification course, he actually saw it, by the way. After seeing it, he said, can I promote your courses? I fell down almost from my chair. Like, what are you saying, sir? But believe it or not, he promoted my course. Many of our students today are because of him today. He was humble enough, he is humble enough to collaborate with me. He did not think of me as a small man. And if he can collaborate with people, why can't we collaborate with people? How many of you right now, your doors are opening up of your mind right now? Some बत्ती जल रही, कुछ bulb on moment. Everyone type in BO in the chat window. Yes? I'll give you another proof. Dr. John DeMartini. Again, from the movie The Secret. We collaborated with him also. He's part of our workshop of Advanced Law of Attraction course. Made crores because of him. He has a workshop called Breakthrough Experience. We collaborated with him to deliver that workshop in India, and that was the largest breakthrough experience as per him that he ever did all over the world for 750 people. Breakthrough experience, online. Mind-blowing experience. Do you think we would have been able to do this if we had not collaborated together? No. Best example I'll give you. Here's an example. What I'm about to show you now is an example of a lady who is, I think she's 62 years old, okay? And she was struggling initially as a coach. She was not able to really start heal people properly with Hope Nope No. She was not able to do coaching alone because she had some technical challenges. How many people here have problems like you're good at coaching, but you're not good at technology? Type an I in the chat window. Or you're good at technology, but you're not good at coaching. Type an I in the chat window. See, we all have our own strengths, right? But we all also have our own weaknesses. So this lady, she learned from me in the life coaching program that collaborate together, serve and advertise together. So within the community of Platinum, she collaborated with a few coaches. And today, here is what has happened. She's made 40 lakhs as a life coach. Her name is Rumi. And as you see, she's a very senior lady, about 62 years old. Even today, she serves and collaborates in our daily facilitation sessions, and she serves the community open-heartedly. If at the age of 62, she can make 40 lakhs as a life coach by collaborating, हम नहीं कर सकते. How many of you agree it's possible? And I'm telling you, if you collaborate, then nothing can stop you after that. And that is the opportunity we give you as part of the life coaching certification, because you meet so many good quality coaches that you can collaborate with them. Type in the chat window, now nothing can stop me. If you agree that collaboration cannot stop you in life. Like, anybody can tell you, नहीं कर पाएगा, नहीं होगा, business difficult है, कहाँ से client लाएगा? साथ में करो, हो जाएगा. अकेले मत करो. How many of you agree with that? Are you willing to share and are you willing to grow together rather than only doing it as a lonely coach? Type in I in the chat window if you're willing to. Perfect. So that is the third secret that I wanted to share with you. Question. Have I fulfilled my promise of these 3 points that I told you? Point number 1, how to charge 1 lakh rupees for per coaching session by focusing on results. Did I fulfill that promise? Type in yes in the chat window. Point number 2, how to achieve 10 years of knowledge in just 1 month by modeling somebody's success rather than just copying the content part of it, understanding their recipe of their mind. You remember the video I showed you about how I took that lady from depression to inspiration? You can do this by learning the coaching content, rather coaching model rather than only content, right? Point number 3, how to attract unlimited clients by serving together, by collaborating together. Have I fulfilled my promise about these 3 points which I told you at the very beginning? Type in yes one more time, please. Come on, everyone, quickly type in yes in the chat window. I'm waiting for you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So now that I have fulfilled my promise, I have a quick question for all of you now. If you mastered, let's say, even 100% of this entire life coaching skills, 100%, ये पूरा अगर आपने master कर लिया, would it be worth learning this skill, making millions and making blessings? And will it be possible? Type in worth it in the chat window. If this investment, you remember in the beginning of this course, I told you the investment for life coaching business is about 6 lakhs. Now, if you really mastered everything I'm teaching you today, will it be absolutely worth it to start a business like this? If yes, type in yes. Chalo, the earlier 2 points which I deleted from here. If not 100%, 50%, will you be able to master 50% of what I'm teaching you? कितने लोगों को लगता है 50% तो कर लोगे? Type in I in the chat window if you feel इतना तो कर लोगे आप. Then will it be worth the investment? Type in yes or no. Chalo, some of you are doubtful about yourself. 50% नहीं कर पाओगे. Will you be able to apply 10% of my coaching skills? If yes, will it still be worth it? Because if I can apply 100% of this and make 2 crores a month, can you apply at least 10% of this and make 2-3 lakhs a month, 5 lakhs a month? उतना तो कर सकते हो. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window if that's possible. That is why I invited you for this coaching session today. Now you have 2 choices. Choice number 1, do nothing and nothing will change. Try to re-implement everything yourself. सब कुछ खुद ही करते रहो. information gather karte raho free mein and try to experiment with your own coaching business and try to do it yourself, or learn from someone who has already done it and trust yourself and trust me. What would you like to do? Option number 1, yeah, option number 2. This is a very honest question to all of you now. Tell me in the chat window, what would you like to do? Option number 1 or option number 2? Now, those of you who are sincerely saying option number 2, for those people, I'm about to offer you the life coaching certification invitation, where I will give you an amazing special offer, which is not what I told you in the beginning of this workshop. You remember in the beginning of this workshop, I told you 6 lakhs is the investment for this business? It's not today. It's going to be less than that, less than half. If you're with me till the very end for that special offer. How many of you are with me for the special offer? Type in I in the chat window if you're with me and if you want to know what you will get as part of the life coaching business. All right, so here we go. If you're ready, take your notepads, take your pen, if you're ready to be a life coach, to understand what you're going to get as part of the life coaching business. First, what you will be getting in the life coaching business, I want you to know that this is a business opportunity. This is not a course, okay? It's literally a new profession. It's a new business that you're about to start. If today you want to make 2 lakhs a month, 3 lakhs a month, 5 lakhs a month as a potential, in a restaurant business, you'll have to invest how much? Everyone give me an example in the chat window. Any business for that matter. If you want to make 5 lakhs rupees monthly profit, how much money will you have to invest in any business today? Give me an example. Chalo. I would say 10 lakhs. If some of you are saying you can invest 10 lakhs and make 5 lakhs a month, bata do bhaiya kaun sa business hai. Other than coaching, mujhe koi nahi malum business. There is, I feel there is, other than coaching industry, no other industry which can give you these kind of returns. Even the stock market can't give you more than 5 to 10% returns every year, even if you're the smartest investor in the world. Now, some of you will say, no, I can get 30% returns. Yeah, but that's up and down, not average, right? Coaching businesses in the world which can give you amazing amount of returns with a one-time investment. Let's see what you're going to learn in this business, okay? First thing that you're going to learn in this business is how to read a person like a blueprint. Now, this itself is worth 1 lakh rupees, by the way. Now, when I say like a blueprint, here is what I mean. You will talk to somebody only for 10 minutes, and in 10 minutes, you will be able to understand, do they get along with their parents or not? Do they get along with their life partner or not? Are they short-tempered or are they sad by nature? Why are they failing in their life? What are their internal blocks? What is their frequency? Why are they lazy? How to motivate them? How to change their mindset? And all of this, you'll be able to tell them in 15 minutes after meeting them, and they'll have tears in their eyes because for the first time, they will meet somebody who understands them without even they telling that person anything. Now, this seems like an overpromise, but in the last 1 hour, haven't I proven it to you that it's possible if you have the right coaching model? So type in yes if you agree with me. This is possible if you have the right coaching model. That's what I'm going to deliver to you. Okay? You will be able to read people like a book just the way I can. I don't want to tell you that this is a very special skill that I have. I'm born with it. No. I have learned it. You can learn it. You can be as good as I am. You can be even better than I am. And this is my first promise. Okay? Next. Ready model and content for health coaching. How many of you want to be a coach in the health industry? Type an I in the chat window if you want to be a coach in the health industry. Like, some of you don't. I get it. But some of you want to be in that health industry. You want to be a yoga coach, or you want to be a fitness coach, or you want to be a breathing coach. Some of you are passionate about health. I'll show you how you can make 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 10 lakhs a month as a health coach. You can. There's a model, and I'll give you ready-made content. You don't even have to have this beforehand. I will give you ready-made content on this. Okay? Next. Ready-made content for relationship coaching. I will show you step by step with a proper model and content both as a combination, which will show you how to take a person from divorce to love and happiness in 45 minutes. Possible. I have done it not once. I've done it many, many times. There are Platinum members who are right now with me on this call. Some of you, I don't know if you're on Zoom, YouTube, Platinum members, if you're here, haven't you seen me coaching people in Platinum who were going through divorce and now they are happily married? Type in yes or no in the chat window. Now look at the number of people who are going to say yes in the chat window. I'm not even asking who they are right now, but I know if they are Platinum and if they are attending right now, they'll tell you yes in the chat window. Like for an example, right now, some of them are saying, yes, I'm one of them. I'm not taking names because that's not polite to do so, but some of them are saying right now that I'm one of them. If I can do it, you can do it. I will teach you that model. I will give you that ready-made model. You apply that model step by step, you'll be able to help people with that. Okay? Next, ready-made content for career coaching, worth again 1 lakh. I'm not saying this for the sake of it, by the way. You will learn how to help people have multiple sources of income and multiple careers if you follow this coaching model properly. And there are coaches in our community who have already done it. To give you an example, just today, one of our coaches informed us that there was a lady who came to her for coaching and she was out of job for 3 months. And just after 3 coaching sessions, she got a job. Something that she was not getting for more than 3 months, got it in just 3 coaching sessions. How? Follow the model. You follow the model, you get the results. It's as simple as that. Okay? Ready content for making money. You will be able to help people make money and upgrade their income. For how many of you, this would be interesting not only to teach, but also to master for yourself? Type in I in the chat window if this would also be interesting to master for yourself. This is what I have mastered in myself, by the way. That is why I'm able to teach this. Same model you will learn from me to deliver to other people. Okay? Webinar selling formula. How do you sell like a pro? How many people here are not comfortable selling? Type in I in the chat window. My promise to you is, when you go through this formula with me, you will sell so gracefully that people will love it. Because you have to learn to do it ethically and gracefully. Everyone type in EG in the chat window. E for ethical, G for graceful. When selling becomes ethical and graceful, people love you for it. But how to do it is the question. That is what you will learn in this formula. YouTube marketing strategies. How do you grow your YouTube marketing business? How do you make money from YouTube? There are a lot of people right now who have 10 lakh subscribers, but they can't make money from YouTube. I have right now at this point of time, while this session is going on, few lakh subscribers, not many, few lakh subscribers. But even with these few lakh subscribers, 40% of my monthly income comes from organic, from YouTube. How? That's what you will learn in the YouTube marketing strategies business. Get your first client in 30 days. This is possible. All you need to do is attend the workshop, follow everything that I'm telling you step by step. Okay? Now, this is worth 6 lakhs. I'm not asking you to invest this right now, but this, whether you invest this or not, of course, I'm going to give you a special price right now. But if you really start making 3 to 4 lakh rupees monthly profit business as a life coach, would you agree that 6 lakh rupees is absolutely worth it? Type in worth it in the chat window as a business investment, I'm asking you. From an ROI point of view, the amount of money that people invest in restaurants, in manufacturing businesses, in any business, compared to that, is this business investment worth it? I feel it's absolutely worth it. Okay? So I'll tell you what is the actual special price today. How many of you want to know? Type an I in the chat window if you want to know. Those of you who don't want to know, it's fine if you don't type an I. Those of you who want to know, type an I in the chat window, please. Now, there is a very, very special bonus also you're getting today. And that is people who are joining live coaching today. The mega, mega, mega bonus that you're getting is you're going to get platinum membership free with it. Type in wow in the chat window if this is a wow for you. The reason I'm going to give platinum membership free, which is worth 33 lakhs as part of live coaching, because I need you to go through your own coaching with me first. You remember what I said? Have a life coach and then be a life coach both. That is why we're giving you platinum membership as part of life coaching, so that first you can be coached and then learn to coach others as well. Okay? Now, what are you getting as part of this entire mega bonus? You're getting the Advanced Law of Attraction course, which is worth 15,000 rupees. You're getting Wealth Mastery course, which is worth 15,000 rupees. You're getting Relationship Mastery course worth 15,000 rupees. Leadership Mastery course, Health Mastery course, digital coaching. If you want to become a coach like me online, how do you do digital marketing? That steps I will teach you step by step. Train the Trainer, corporate training programs, how to make people walk on glass, how to deliver leadership workshops, how to do team building workshops. I will teach you that. Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, you'll get a certification program on that. Best-selling author. How many of you want to one day become an author? Type in I in the chat window if you want to become an author. In 3 months, you can become an author if you follow the steps in Platinum with me. Practical spirituality so that you're grounded and you're happy. Listen, being happy is one thing, but being fulfilled is another thing. Spirituality is not just about being happy, it's about being fulfilled. Let me ask you this. How many people feel that many times you feel empty in your life? Even though you have everything sometimes, you just feel like something is missing and something is empty inside you. How many of you can relate with that? Type in I in the chat window if you can relate with that. That is because of lack of spirituality, which means that grounding is not available to you sometimes. We'll teach you that as part of practical spirituality. Hope Nopno Healers certification course so that you can also become a healer, platinum coaching internship. Some of you, once you finish all these programs and you become a certified life coach, can also become an intern on our platform, and you can go through being a facilitator also. How many of you would love to be on my panel and learn to coach on my panel? I'm not saying coach other people, I'm saying in my existing community, you can learn how to coach. How many of you would love to do that? Type an I. That is called the Platinum Coaching Internship. And later, after some time, we can even qualify some of you to be part of our business where we can help you promote your business as a coach. How many of you would love to be my partner one day? Possible, but you have to go through this journey first. Law of Traction and DMP certification. Some of you who want to become a Law of Traction coach like me, you want to do deliver like DMP like me, I'll teach you the science behind it. Law of Traction with Vastu frequency, which means learning how to deliver Vastu for other people and for your own house. Platinum DMP starts every morning at 7:30. We do it for Platinum members. And Daily Dancing Fitness, where we've hired a choreographer for all of you. Every morning, the choreographer helps you start your day with dancing and fitness. This alone, if you hire a choreographer for yourself for every day for the rest of your life, is crazy amount of money. Absolutely worth it, but it's also included in Platinum. Now, other than this, all my upcoming courses will be included for you. Some external collaborations also we have. For an example, we have the handwriting analysis course. We have with Imran sir. You remember I spoke about Imran sir? Investments and trading course with Modit sir. We've also collaborated with him. Values and training program by Dr. D. Martini. We've got more collaborations that we will announce to you once you become part of the orientation program in the life coaching business. All of this is worth 33 lakhs. And the investment we had decided for life coaching business was 5 lakhs. But as of now, we have decided to keep it on a little lower side because we want to help maximum people become life coaches. So right now, the fees for life coaching is the amount that you see on the screen. That is the special final fees for joining Platinum and being part of life coaching certification. In the next few days, we are doing the life coaching certification live. The dates will be announced to you in the chat window soon by my team, by Indu. So please check out the chat window. You'll soon see the dates over there of the next batch of life coaching certification. Take advantage, be with me live in these 2 days itself. You'll become one of the best coaches in the world. I promise you that. You'll make people cry in 45 minutes because you will read them like a book. That's my promise. Plus, you're getting all of this included as part of being a life coach. So you get a coach and you become a life coach for this fees only. Now, how do you join? Very simple. Right now, as you're listening to this masterclass, there's a link that Indu is sharing with you in the chat window that is called a block link of 10,000 rupees. So what you do is you pay 10,000 rupees right now and block this entire amazing deal that you're getting at this point of time. Because once you leave this webinar, this deal will not be available. If you go on my website right now and you buy Platinum or buy life coaching, you will see that only that fees is available, but all this bonus is not available. So if you want to take advantage of all these bonuses, block now, and then you have 7 days of time to pay the balance fees. Now, you can pay the balance fees either as a full-time, one-time payment, or you can use your credit card to take EMI. Now, depending on whether your credit card is available for EMI or not, something that you have to check with your credit card company. Or on my website, when you click on the link, which I will show you right now, when you click for the payment part, it gives you an option of EMI when you choose your credit card option. If your credit card is qualified for it, you can easily pay by EMI. For an example, one of our recent students paid by EMI for 24 months for only 20,000 rupees per month with the credit card. That's it. Imagine you're investing only 20,000 rupees per month, becoming a life coach, getting all this Platinum coaching business for the rest of your life. It's possible if you join on EMI, but remember you have to have a credit card for that. Now, along with this, what happens immediately after you join? Let me show you. Immediately after you join right now, the first thing that happens is you will get a welcome email with an orientation video, where in the video, I'll give you step-by-step guidance on how to start your business. Step number 2, you'll get a Zoom link to meet me personally in a live orientation, because during that orientation, I'll give you a little more customization of how you can start your life coaching business, how you can be a Platinum member and achieve 10 years of success within 1 year. It's possible as a Platinum member. All that guidance I will completely give you together when all the new Platinum members and life coaches meet me in the orientation session. Now, there are some more common questions that I can see in the chat window are already appearing. Indu will answer those questions for you right now. Indu, do you want to come along and answer some of those common questions, please, for us?
Yes, Mitesh.
Yeah, go ahead.
So one is if they have already paid some for some courses, which is our courses,
Yep.
yes, I will subtract that amount from the fees. That's why I'm right now asking you to block only with 10,000 rupees. Once you block with 10,000 rupees, I get the record. We go calculate and tell you what is your balance.
Correct.
Now, can you join on EMI? Yes, you can join on EMI using credit card. But that means we will share the link with you. I also have a small video created where you can simply watch the video and it will show you how to go about the EMI. You have to use the credit card to pay for EMI. We don't take the EMI. So I get full fees from your credit card and you pay EMI to your credit
Do
card.
you get interest on it? That depends on your credit card qualification criteria with the credit card company.
Yeah, with
But
the
mostly
bank.
they show a interest rate. They will show you the interest
Yeah,
rate
they
at the end
do.
of it.
They do charge interest. Yeah.
Yes.
And what happens if after blocking, if you are not able to pay? That's a good question, Rashmi. So very simple. You either within a week, you come back and tell me that either I can process the refund or you can pay a difference amount and take another smaller program. I have a lot of program in the range of 15,000, 29,000. You can take either of those programs.
Indu, one
And start
important
your
question
journey
is,
of
can I do a
lifetime.
recap on what everything we are getting? Do you mind if I just do
Yes,
a quick
please.
recap? All right.
Yes,
So
please.
I've created this small image for all of you, which is a quick recap of everything that you're going to get. The first thing you're going to get is, of course, the bonus of lifetime mentorship in platinum, which is worth 21 lakhs. Then life coaching certification, which is worth 6 lakhs. And along with that, you can also be a platinum affiliate, which means once you recommend courses to your friends to our platinum, you become our affiliates and make 45% revenue when some of your friends join us through you. So when you total this up, the total is about 33 lakhs of worth that you're getting for the only investment that you're getting, where you're getting all these courses. You're going to be with us for the rest of your life. You're going to be part of a community and you will learn about everything in life coaching, which I told you over here, step by step. And we'll be meeting you soon for the 2 days live certification course. Will that be recorded? Yes, that will be recorded and you will get access to the lifetime recordings of the coaching sessions also. Yes, Sindhu, please continue.
No, I have answered and you have also answered most of the questions. Yes, the recordings will be available to you even if you miss the program. Platinum membership is for lifetime. A lot of people are asking same question. Yes, platinum membership is for lifetime. In fact, all our courses are for lifetime except DMP. All our courses are lifetime. But with this, you get DMP also for lifetime. So all our courses are for lifetime. And
I have one more question about, can I see
yeah, go
some more
ahead.
proof on the
Yeah, go ahead.
people
Go ahead.
who've got results? I said, okay.
Go ahead.
So here's a long list of results of people that we've got. This is Vedika, a very new coach, made 30,000 rupees initially the first month when she started. It's a big deal for her, by the way. As a new coach, to start making 30,000 rupees immediately, most people can't make this kind of money as a coach even for one year. They keep struggling. She made it in the first month. Then this is Pinak Das made about 55,000 rupees. This is Srinidhi, made 63,000 rupees. This is Pooja. Pooja, when she joined us, she literally sold her mother's jewelry and joined the program. Today, she's made 1,48,900 as a life coach. This is Sabna. She made 5,900 rupees as a life coach. This is Deepak Kumar, a IT executive, and made 8 lakhs as a life coach. This is Lakshmi Bhaumik. She made more than 14,62,000 rupees as a coach today. This is Nikunj Kumari. She made more than 17 lakhs. This is Chetan. You heard about Chetan's story. 16 lakhs he made as a chartered accountant also. This is Rahul. He made more than 17 lakhs as a health coach. Rita Nair is an amazing coach. After she joined us, she made more than 24 lakhs. Sandhya made 25 lakhs as a healer, as a coach. This is Drashti and Vyomesh. I told you their story earlier. They made more than 25 lakhs. This is Romi, 40 lakhs at the age of 62. Beshu, 44 lakhs. And this is the best story. Geeta, she's a menopause coach. She's also one of our platinum coaches. She made more than 1 crore as a coach. Now, these are just some of the results, but the best result that people get are the blessings. Now, you can get that as well. All you need to do is trust yourself and trust me and start your journey with that. Yes, Sindhu, you were saying something else when I spoke about this question.
Yeah, I was saying there is one lady, she's saying she's pregnant. Can she pay right now and then start little later? Yes, you can do that very much. You can start little later. And there is one person is asking, is there a personal coaching included? No, personal coaching is not included. We do all our coachings in one-to-many format.
Yeah.
You can definitely ask your question. However, you can definitely ask your questions on community platform where there also we answer all your questions.
Correct.
to you directly.
Correct. So
In
the
a
kind
way.
of, I think the question is probably coming from what the video I showed, right? So that video is also the coaching that I did was one to many, which means there is a group of all the students together and I coach everybody together. So that's where one of the coaches sometimes gets selected. Another question is about, can I become a life coach with my current job? Is Facebook ads and YouTube channel necessary? So yes, with your job, you can. Many of the photographs right now I showed you, people are still working in their companies. In fact, Rita is a life coach and she has not invested any money in Facebook ads right now. And she's made more than 23 lakhs already. So yes, it's
In
possible
fact,
even without investing in ads.
In fact, Geeta was also working as
Yeah.
a corporate HR for quite a few months after she started as a coach. And I think recently, just a couple of months ago, she resigned and now she's full-time life coach. But otherwise, she was working as a corporate HR.
In fact, we insist that the first 5 lakhs you should make without any ads so that you are learning as a coach to attract clients in a very organic way by helping people for free on YouTube and social media first. Look, how many people are out there in the world who need help right now? Everybody give me an example on the chat window. Like right now, we are streaming this on YouTube live, right? How many people do you think are really needing help? Is it in hundreds? Is it in thousands in India alone? I'm not even saying the world right now. I would say millions of people need help. In all these crores and millions of people, are there many coaches right now who are saying, I will give you results or you don't pay me? Are there many people like that? Are many people having the model, the kind of models that I'm talking about today? Does everybody have that kind of model from Tony Robbins? No. But do those crores of people need help? Yes. Then you don't need to immediately start with advertising. You need to first start with helping people. Now, how to do that is the whole part of life coaching certification. Okay. Yes, Indhu, continue.
Yeah, there was one more question. It says that can I choose the field in which she wants to do the life coaching? Of course, yes. We have all types of.
All
We
4
have
areas.
menopause, we have health coaches, we have law of attraction coaches, life coaches, we have coaches who
Nutritions.
are vastu, nutrition. There are a lot of things. You can choose the field of your choice.
I'll
That's
give you
not
a
a problem.
crazy topic. One of the girls, when she joined Platinum, as a couple, they joined husband and wife. When she started, she said, what can I teach? I don't know what I don't know anything to teach. And I asked her, I said, what do you know? And she said, I know how to make macrame. Macrame is those cotton things that girls can, or sometimes boys can use to make keychains and toys, right? I told her, I said, just use this formula to teach people macrame. She said, who will teach, like, who will buy this? I said, start, follow the formula. After 1.5 years, 2 years, Indu, or is it 1.5 year? 2 years. In 2 years, she's crossed 1 crore 40 lakhs.
Plus. Yeah.
1 crore 40 lakhs to be precise. Teaching people macrame. If you follow the formula, you can sell. You can learn how to teach.
In fact, they had no money to pay platinum fees also.
Yep.
They were struggling. And that's when you told them that, okay, do this. And she had her amusing face, but she followed and she's just making money right now.
Yep. Okay. So I think we are done more or less, Indu. Any other questions from your side? Okay. In that case, we are done. So thank you everyone for attending today's session. Whether you're joining.
Congratulations to all who paid. Yes, the entire fees is 3,75,000 as of now.
Let me show it to you one more time. As of now, the fees is 3,75,000 rupees, which includes all these programs for you, all my future upcoming programs, the entire life coaching business opportunity that I told you about, which means you're getting all these 3 things. You're getting life coaching, you're getting life coaching certification, and you're getting platinum affiliation. So you can also recover your money literally by recommending people to our courses. Okay. Now, all of this with lifetime access to me and Indu as your life coach. So all of you who have joined today, congratulations. Welcome to the life coaching business, a business of a lot of blessings. But more importantly, let's also be rich together. Believe me, this is one of the easiest businesses in the world to make money from if you know how to give people results. That's what you're about to learn with us in the next coaching session. So see you soon in the life coaching certification program. But more importantly, whether you're joining us today or whether you're joining us after 1 month, doesn't really matter. Promise me that you will focus on serving people and you will focus on giving people results. Let's make this industry a trustworthy industry together. Whether you learn from me or from someone else, doesn't matter. Please focus on giving people results. Only then charge money, not otherwise. How many of you promise that? Type in IP, I promise before you leave. Okay, perfect. Before I leave, Indu, anything else that you want to share? All good?
All good, Mitesh. Thank you.
All right, so with that, everyone, thank you very much. Remember, we will keep the link of the block open for about another hour or so after this session is logged out. I will see you soon in the orientation program for those of you who've joined, and those of you who've not joined. I hope the session was valuable for you. If yes, those of you who are watching this on YouTube right now, give it a quick thumbs up, share this video with some of your friends who want to become a life coach, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that next time I'm doing a course like this, you definitely get free invitation to this. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye. Please type in bye and see you soon in the chat window.